Bitcoin jumped over 40% this weekend after Chinese President Xi Jinping gave a speech embracing blockchain and calling on China to advance development in the field. Bitcoin jumped as high as 10,332 on Saturday as Xi motivated China to taking a leading position on the sector, bouncing off of the 200-day moving average. It appears that China just confirmed Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg's warning to Congress last week, calling for China to accelerate its adoption of blockchain technologies as a core for innovation. The PBOC has also been working on its own digital currency since 2014 in order to reduce the cost involved in circulating traditional paper-based money. A senior official at the bank reported that the planned digital token would bear similar similarities to Facebook's Libra, further fueling the technology arms race between China and the U.S. Blockchain has the potential to disrupt the whole financial landscape, as the current system has failed the world time and time again. When the control and management of finance centralized entities veers off course, it has very real effects on people's lives. You get disasters such as the Greek debt crisis, the Venezuelan hyperinflation crisis, the Turkey currency crisis, and most recently, Argentina's umpteenth default. Throughout the periods of hyperinflation in Venezuela and Turkey and the bank runs in Argentina, cryptocurrency usage has been on the rise. This shows that people in dire straits are looking to cryptos as means to regain control and survive in a country where fiat is no longer valuable. Crypto gives the power back into the hands of the people. And with more on the macros, we head over to Todd Horwitz, Chief Strategist of BubbaTrading. So Todd, it seems like Zuckerberg's prophecy is eerily coming true already. That means China will outpace the U.S. in developing Internet 3.0 and the critical blockchain technology that will be the cornerstone of the new century. Meanwhile, the U.S. is still trying to kill off the new Libra technology in its infancy before it's even been built. So where are we now, and has the U.S. softened their tone at all towards Libra?
Well, I think when you look at the entire cryptocurrency world, the biggest problem that everybody has, including China's central bank, is that they want to have control of it. And the whole idea behind the cryptocurrency, the whole idea behind Bitcoin and Libra is not to be regulated where it can be manipulated or controlled like it's done now. So China's digital currency, if they get one, is going to be strictly going to be manipulated as it is now, just like the United States currency, like every other fiat currency. The Bitcoin is meant for that to eliminate to be a fiat currency system, and it also helps people to get their money out of a country if they're going broke. If you're in Greece or if you're in Venezuela and you have money, when you get it out, you can get it out quickly through Bitcoin. You can't carry it out with bars of gold. So again, these are the ways of transferring money, and China's been using Bitcoin with Russia for about 6 or 7 years already. So again, they're going to be ahead, but at the end of the day, the United States will be just as far along. But right now there's a battle because they don't want to give up control of fiat currency like every other central bank in the world. They want to be able to manipulate that cash and continue to devalue when they need to.
So one of the main features of this digital RMB that's currently being proposed by the PBOC is that it will no longer rely on the U.S.'s SWIFT and CHIPS payment system, which allows for international cross-border transactions. The U.S.'s control of the SWIFT network allows for tremendous power when it comes to sanctioning or stifling cross-border payments. So do you think this is exactly what you were saying, that the U.S. is afraid of losing control of their current fiat currency dominance?
Well, again, I think that the U.S. will remain the dominant currency player forever. I mean, as long as I'm alive anyways. Again, I think that we're going to remain the strongest and the biggest. The renminbi or the RMB, which you're talking about, when it becomes digital, will it be able to be done and headed to somebody else's blockchain wallet? Okay, again, we don't know the details of how that money is going to be transferred, because basically the digital version of the RMB is going to be the same as the fiat currency version. So how is somebody going to get it into a bank or wherever if they take delivery of the fiat currency? It's not a cryptocurrency. It can be manipulated as simple as the fiat currency can be now. So again, I think we're looking at this in the wrong way. The real benefit of the cryptocurrency world is that there is no central bank. Nobody can manipulate and price the things out. They trade 24 hours a day, and they're done totally on price discovery, not on what the Fed decides to do on Wednesday.
Now turning over to the equities market, now we are looking at some of the all-time highs as reports of phase one of the trade deal are basically completed. And of the 206 companies that currently have reported this earnings season, 78 of them have topped analyst expectations. So given the softness that we've seen elsewhere in the economy, does it even make sense that we are all the way up here, and have analyst expectations just been too pessimistic this quarter?
Well, let's look at it this way, Christy. First of all, earnings have beaten already lower than expected earnings. So again, I don't give the earnings any stock in creating this market. But again, when companies under-promise and then they over-deliver, even if they're over-delivering nothing, they attract new money investors. The overall market should not be at these levels, but remember, markets can remain irrational much longer because at the end of the day, the chase for yield is what people are looking for. They need to get yield on their portfolios, and that's what they're chasing. So that will eventually be what will bring the markets down. And as far as the trade deal, I'm not so sure to step up and say that deal's almost done. Again, all you have to do is look at the grain markets. The grain markets were lower today on what should have been good news for grains. So if you can tell me the grains have been right on every single announcement in this trade deal, I don't think anything is done. And again, I think it's going to be done when it's done. And the grains are telling you right now that nothing is done.
Todd Horwitz of BubbaTrading, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.